Hi, I haven't done acrylics for a while, so I thought I'd have a go. Uh, the last week or so, I've been down in Chichester Harbour area in West Sussex. It's about a 15-mile or more coastal region with inlets, very low lying, farmland mostly, very expensive housing as well. Beautiful area, the Bosham, Chidham, Havant, Emsworth, Thorney Island, up all the way to Hayling Island near Portsmouth, and it's a very beautiful area. And I've painted it, but I've tried to paint it quite a few times. And walking from Chidham on last Thursday towards back to the main road, because you can't walk into Bosham directly across the water. There's only one person I know who's purported to have walked on water, and it certainly wasn't me. So I took loads of photographs, and I'll try and show you this one here on my tablet. It was quite an overcast day. We did have good weather, but the photograph itself doesn't do justice to the wild flowers that are in this patch of ground. If you can imagine, this is the land area. This way goes towards the sea, and these are low-lying salt marshes. But at this particular point, there were lots of blue flowers. I don't know what they're called, and poppies and some daisies, that type of thing, meadow flowers. But the lovely poppies. So that's what I want to show. The trees they do get smaller as they go away, mainly because they are smaller. But it also shows distance. But because the greens are all the same intensity, same tone, I'm going to change those a bit. We'll see how we go. I'll have to get used to the acrylics again because I hadn't done them for 2 months. So I've got my Masterson Stay Wet palette out. I've got a load of water and a sponge underneath it. And these membranes, they let the water permeate through from the back, but don't let the colours go through from the front unless you leave it on the palette for 4 or 5 weeks without using it, in which case the whole thing goes mouldy. But generally speaking, they'll stay like that for days on end. So the colours, we've got, can you see all that? Right, we've got a load of white, a bit of alizarin crimson, light red, ultramarine, burnt sienna, lemon yellow and yellow ochre. I will add a green to this, probably, yes I will. I'll add some viridian to it, all ordinary paints. You ask me what paints I use as if they're artist quality or if they're specialist paints. They're not. They're just any old acrylics that I can buy. So there we are. So now I'm painting on an old demo on the back of this, and I couldn't, when I got my last lot of acrylic paints, I couldn't get a burnt umber from where I was looking at. So I bought this some Van Dyke brown. This is Galleria Winsor & Newton, but I've also got System 3, mostly Galleria, but it's whatever. Reeves got the Viridian is Reeves, so quite a mixture. So this is 130 pounds. It doesn't really matter what it is. You can paint acrylic on any surface. I was going to paint on this. A friend of mine knows that I'm always on the scrounge for hardboard. Soft hardboard, flooring grade hardboard. And being in the flooring trade for so long, I used to buy quite a bit of it. But he gave me these from, I think, an MFI cupboard, one of those self-assembly jobs, IKEA. Hardboard one side and plastic coated the other. And I was thinking of painting on the reverse side, but by scraping over some plaster of Paris to fill all the mechanical grain on it. But in the end, I couldn't be bothered. I got a bit of watercolour paper. The demonstration's okay, but it's not exhibition quality, so we're going to paint over it. I mixed this with a bit of PVA glue. I've got some here in this indigestion pill pot, Gaviscon. I need to mix a bit of water. So bear with me a sec. I should have done this earlier. Just want to mix it with a bit of water to dilute it. Not a lot. but it just makes it a sort of a flow medium. Doesn't help it dry any slower though. Acrylics dry ferociously fast. But since I might do this in two or three videos over the next few days, I hope you missed me for the last 10 days. Right, okay, so off we go. So brushes, just any old Chinese brushes that I've got here, just a few. But the key to this is keeping your brushes clean, or at least moist. Don't leave them to the acrylic to dry, because you'll lose your brush otherwise. Right, so we'll take the sky. I've painted it in this neutral colour. The burnt out umber is a redder colour. This is more brown. But it doesn't matter, it just kills the canvas or the paper, whatever you're going to work on. Cardboard, hardboard, watercolour paper, metal, glass, you name it, you can paint it with acrylic. It's quite an incredible medium. Right, so we'll go in with a bit of a grey sky, so a bit of red, bit of ultramarine blue, bit of this and a bit of that. So I'll just work away. I'll use a bit of ochre in there. I don't use raw sienna with acrylic oil. I use sorry, I forget what I'm going to say. I use the yellow ochre. It's got a great. It's more opaque, but it's why I don't use it in watercolour. So just get some paint on. It doesn't matter at this stage about any detail. Just put some paint on the canvas or on your support, and then we'll put that in the drink. Oops, you got my cup of tea over there. My wife and I were camping. Now a good mix with alizarin is yellow ochre, so we'll have fairly high horizon on this. Just go up there towards the road on the right. I'm a bit of lemon yellow in there. Ring the changes, just go band and just dash away. If you want it dark, just well, my favourite is black, isn't it? But I'll mix a bit of light red with that, so I'll make it a bit darker. I was going to do this in watercolour, but I had the problem of shine poppies and some of the finer grasses, and I thought, well, I could use a bit of acrylic over the watercolour, but then you can't strictly call it a watercolour because it then becomes a mixed media, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Right, so there's some basic colours. I'm getting cramp in my fingers now. So I had to do some proper painting. Right, I'll put in some. Well, I will use some black. Some of my black acrylic, which I've been using for drawing. I'll put that down here, out of the way. I'll mix that with a bit of lemon yellow. Look, it's a beautiful green. So we'll just put this in roughly this where it's going to go. I'll be going all over this, don't worry. It'll change from minute to minute. And then we come here. So we've got another one here going over the hill. But there's no hills here. But it's just a bit of distance. Okay. Now since we're going to go right up into that corner, we'll get going. If you want the mixture of black and lemon yellow to stay green, put your dab of yellow in, but then add the black to it. Don't do it the other way around, otherwise it'll stay black. Well, I'm really just looking to see what is what here, and we'll have some darker bits in here. It's a shadow. I can't really see the camera is so well. It's a good camera. I used the tablet to take the views, and it's quite a good. There's a shadow. The ground undulating, nice and dark in the shadow here. A bit of blue in there, I think. Right, I'm just putting darks in because these are going to be covered up with lights, but for light to show you've got to put it against something dark. So let's just see it's drying already now. Now black and red on the red side. Red is a great foil for greens. If you want something to look greener, put it near red. Or if you want your reds to sing, put it near green. Right, okay, so a bit of dark here. Well, hopefully this will start to make sense as we proceed. That's coming round here, dark. This is an absolutely gorgeous area. If you get a chance to go, we went with our trailer tent and surrounded by tin tenters with their motor caravans and caravans. Very nice too. We all do it differently. But I do enjoy it. I love the freedom of it. And it's mine. And I can go back to it any time I like. Right, well, just a bit of blue on that horizon there. Just well, it's a dirty blue. Blue-grey. So just to show a bit of distance in there. Right, okay. So I'll just have a little cup of tea. I didn't do any painting or drawing when I was away, I just had a break from it. So naturally the views went down. Comments almost non-existent. I know Alan Owen missed me because I got an email from him. Right, okay, so a bit of light on the horizon there. Although there was no sun, we'll just put some light in. Okay, that goes all the way across there. And lights here. As you get more colour or more pigment on your support and more dobs like this, it'll create a series of high spots that you will eventually be able to drag over and just hit them and get that dry brush effect, which is quite lovely. Right. A bit of water and walks here and there. Right, okay, more tea. I want to get this a bit darker. I should have darkened that first, so I'm going to use some of the light red. Light red really is so similar to burnt sienna. To burnt sienna. Here's a bit of a medium, more dark. It's good to be playing around with acrylics or oil. It could be oil. I just don't like the solvents with oil anymore. They don't agree with me. And I'm a bit of a messy painter. And I hold a rag and I'm forever cleaning, using one brush to do the lot. And I'm cleaning it, dipping it in paraffin, or kerosene. And kerosene is well, aviation fuel, isn't it? It's paraffin, as far as I know. Right, let's get some more darks in the base of this here. We had the best of the weather, I can tell you. We came back Saturday, so we had the grandson for the evening, for the night and through the night, which was lovely. Okay, get that coming across here, going up the little slope there. Right, okay. Let's do a bit of the sky now. So we've just got layers really of light and dark. So put in some of these. And lighter on the horizon. It was a lovely day. It was just a bit on the cool side. No, I mean a bit on the cloudy side. So we were lucky with the weather, really. Look at it now. We made some friends who are coming back today, going back up north from the southwest. Sometimes it's good to paint down to your trees. It makes a greater impact, painting around. Anybody see the Fiona Bruce programme last night, Fake or Fortune, on that Monet, or the Renoir, should I say. Oh, what a programme that was. And the expert, whose name escapes me, we saw him last week, or week before last. We followed him into Masterpiece, which was this massive antique art show in Chelsea, massive marquee. Superb. Oh, I'll get some more dark in there. Blue. Oh, this is the make your clouds of silver, not of lead. That's what I think Turner said. Oh, right, we've got a bit of dark here. Okay, now some real nice light. But it's never white. It's always a tint of something in with your white. If you hold a piece of white paper up to the sky or to a cloud, you'll see just how much colour there is in your cloud. Don't want to overwork this. I want some light, and it's not quite dry, the trees. Alright, let's just get that bit of light right here. Well, I want this to look a bit impressionist. Let's get some out here. Nice bit of light in there. I'm not making a copy of the photograph. I'm just making it up, really. So basically, my cloud is light red and ultramarine. Just put a bit more dark on here. Just blend. Keep it soft. And there we have the makings of the sky. I'll leave it alone a minute. I'm just doing this while the other stuff dries. Okay. Time to work on the foreground now. Excuse me while I just go and reach for my lovely worn Chinese brushes. So I like stippling. I'm just going to turn the tablet back on again. Oh, bear with me. Right. I'll show you. We'll show you where we are. There. Can you see that? So that's the state of play. So bit of medium. We want to put some. So I'll just do a bit of stipple now. Oh, I've got some darks there really. So dark, just a bit of burnt sienna and a bit of. It's a warmed up bit of black. Which is just how I do it. We went to a lovely little gallery in Bosham on, I think, probably the Wednesday. And Ken, someone like that, I can't remember his name for the moment. Terrible memory age. And it's lovely paintings, local paintings around Bosham and the Harbour. When we say Chichester Harbour, it's not a confined harbour like as in Padstow or where lots of boats are in a marina. The harbour is a huge waterway, sea, but with all these long peninsulas sticking out into it and all flat and lovely. And it covers a large area, and it's a joy to be there. Well, he was painting there, and there's a large house. I won't tell you the name of the house, but I painted it as a commission years ago. It's owned by the brother of a very, very good friend of ours. I don't want to embarrass him. It's a lovely house. And he confessed to me when I saw him last year that he changed the colour of the front door. It was, I can't remember what it was now, but it's now bright red, pillar box red. Right, okay, let's just get some of this over the top of that. This is the detail. See how simple it is? You can build up these layers by scumbling over the dry brush, the high spots. Still want that bit darker in there, so let's find my dark brush. But I can't, so I just have to clean one. I've got to do a bit more modelling in these trees. I'd like to try to finish this if I can, but I want this dark. So burnt sienna, and so let's just get all this in here. But I want the red to show through. But light red is anything but light. It's quite a dark colour. But it mixes very well with white to make lovely clouds in a bright sky. But mixed with a lot of white and a bit of ochre, a bit of sienna. Beautiful colour. But used as on its own, it's quite tricky. Right, so I'm just building up my darks, which will make my lights look lighter. Right, I want a cleaner edge across this bit here, so let's clean it up with a bit of this. Don't have anything hard. Keep your painting soft. Blur the edges up. Same with clouds. It gives it a more realistic feel. I suppose that's dry. Touch dry. Right, I'll keep working away at this dark bit in the base, because that's where we're going to really literally make hay. Right, okay, so dark. This is just the way I'm working at the moment. It isn't to say that I will always paint like this, or you have to copy what I do. It's just what I'm doing at the moment. Don't ever try to tie yourself up in knots and put yourself in a box that you can't get out of. Do your own thing. Find your own painting style. Just copy, by all means copy. That's how we all learn. Oh, that's very dark in there, so let's I want to call this the black, the queen of colours. Now these are the leaves on them. Bit of very dark green here. I will put in some nice sky holes for the birds. Right, okay. Get the lights back in here. Right, now then, we need the detail of some of that. Although I can't see any branches and stuff in the photograph. I want to use a rigger now. So I use this rigger here, this is number 4. And water probably is the best thing to use for thinning light paint down. So we've got the yellow ochre, bit of sienna, a lot of white, and then we don't want to overdo this. I just really want to push the background back with this detail of these grasses. Now the actual grass has got seeds on, but I'm not going to do them because it will take too long. And the other artists that are good, like Meg Stevens, are very good at that, doing that sort of thing. And we just there's nothing really. We just change the colours. It still needs to be more dilute. This is quite a thick rigger. It's not fine by any means. Maybe we'll try another one. Trying to create the impression that there's a lot going on at my feet here, though when we're walking, we're looking there, we're not looking at our feet. What attracted me, apart from the trees going over this horizon, was the poppies, the wild flowers, which I'm going to dob in a minute. Right, now we'll have some fun. Got my big brush. I'm going to put out some vermilion. That's going to be me poppies. Now, I'm trying to keep this as simple as I can. This is not being painted as a masterpiece. And like all masterpieces that I do, they get overdone. Here we go. So poppy colour. I did put out some alizarin, but I haven't used it. So let's start dabbing away with how nice poppies. We can get those. I'll put far more in than were ever there. They might not. See how it sings against the green, the dark green. Put a bit of white with that, I think, as we go off into yonder. Lovely, eh? Why do half a dozen when 1,000 will be better? I might put some bigger ones in. There we go. Right, if we mix that with a bit of blue, a bit of white, I might get something approaching the colour of those cornflower type of ferny things, I don't know. I'm not botanical. We'll have some whiter, or lighter. And some white flowers, a lot of white flowers. So this is completely overdone. But hey, must be having fun, aren't we? So a bit of yellow. Our local parks have gone in for little areas of meadow flowers. Well, cornflowers, poppies, daisies, all sorts of things, and it's so lovely. Just small areas, lovely to see. Now these are the white ones, okay, all the way across. It's like a carpet of these. Go up into the, just catching the light here and there. Right, I think any more than that would be just a bit greedy, wouldn't it? So we'll put in some larger poppies, as promised. Oh, that's it. Right, now I want to put in some air holes for the birds. So just a bit of yellow ochre mixed with white, so let's just remember to leave holes for the birds to fly through. We just reduce the intensity of that there. Okay. Right, let's show some little chunks appearing. This I know is very sketchy, but it would take me hours to do something with that. And it would be nice to be able to finish this in one go. So let's. Oops. Need more water in there. Just catching the light there. It's just for effect, this doesn't exist in the photograph. So we'll just put in some of that back. Just a bit overdone there. No fences. Let's give it a signature. So don't throw your failures away. Keep them for this sort of work. That way it becomes economic, doesn't it? Right, let's a bit of masking tape. See, nothing's where I left it, if you know what I mean. I've come back after a few days off. Right, we'll put it in the light coloured mount. Oh, it's a bit low. I'll just raise it up a little bit. We're stuck. You do need to oh dear. Oh, that's right. When you paint on paper, it's a good idea to use acrylic, PVA glue or something diluted on the back as well. Well, there we are. This is sort of something similar to what was there. No figures, just a simple bit of painting for half an hour. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll zoom in and you can have a wander around. Let's just get. Oops. Yeah, we will have a look at it from a distance. Well, that's supposed to be grasses, long grasses, but I'm not going to elaborate on it. It's just a quick impression from a photograph taken last Wednesday. I think it was last Wednesday. Right, let's zoom right out, then you can look at it from a distance. I quite enjoyed doing that. Well, there we are. That's near Bosham, Chichester Harbour, West Sussex. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.